Alright, guys, so let me make sure my mic is correct first. Yep. So, as you guys know, I was traveling the past weekend because of my brother's wedding. I just got back literally like 5 minutes ago. So, this is all of the live trading window I'm going to be able to film. So, it's an hour late. So, I'm going to just do the last hour. Most likely will not get a trade, but we're still going to be here and show up, and we'll just have to see. But I mean, I think it's important that even if I can't do the whole thing, I'm still here for what I can be for. So it's just the last hour, and we're going to be taking a look at the charts here. So let's make this smaller. So there we go. Okay, so kind of looks bearish on first glance. I have not looked at anything, but I can see we've wicked above all these highs, can close lower, and the 4 hours closed lower as well. Kind of looks a little bearish at first glance, and we're obviously going to be utilizing probably this breaker. Did you just wake up? No, no. You can watch the beginning of the stream, but I've been traveling back from my brother's wedding, and so I couldn't start the stream until now. So, because we just got back, we my parents were driving, and so we just got back, and so I'm just filming what I can. So unfortunately, that's just this last hour, but yeah. Anyway, dude, it's looking like we're about to dump. We obviously accumulate, at least that's kind of what I'm seeing at first glance. Now, we need to kind of really actually get an idea of what's going on. What would raise my conviction is I want to see, okay, we have a bearish S&T at the highs. We do have bullish S&T at the highs, though. So, that's something to consider, actually. And once again, if I just go on the charts, I'm going to be thoughtful. But hopefully the audio is working better than before. Hopefully the video is working better than before, because I did tweak the settings in OBS and someone told me that it's working now, so I really hope that that's the case. But we'll just have to see. So let me show my other screen. So, oh man. So you can see there's my settings that I tweaked. And it made the screen size different. Okay, so here is Forex Factory. Yeah, so I might just do a little bit of a tape read here. I think that we are going to reject this 15-minute breaker and then continue on with the day going lower. So something like this, where we have a breaker, we have a imbalance right here, and I would not be surprised if this just continues us to go lower, honestly. Because you can see we've had accumulation, manipulation. Looks like this was a Judas swing, and now this is going to be continuation. So I would not be surprised if we just start dumping right now. So I just consider this. So it's like a 1-minute breaker in for value gap. And then I basically see this as the Judas swing. I would not be surprised if we just go lower from here. But once again, I just got on the charts. So like something like this, where now we're back testing this changes to delivery. So I'll probably just tape read this. But what I think could happen is we just continue to the downside. This is actually looking like a bearish 2022 model as well. So I'll probably just tape read this. You guys know why. Because I just got on the charts. Yeah, this is definitely looking like 2022 where you can see we're just breaking old lows, forming fair value gaps. And then I would project this out. 4 projections. Would not be surprised if something like that worked. We have a low time frame bearish SMT. Yeah, so you can see kind of how this played out, right? We manipulate true week open, true day open, true session open, and now we're getting continuation. So we have accumulation, manipulation, Judas swing. And now I'm expecting distribution. That's kind of what I'm seeing right now, guys. So I'm gonna get out Tradeovate in case we do want to place a trade. Right now, this is just a tape read because, well, I feel like I have not been on the charts long enough, honestly. But we have true week open here. So that obviously failed. I still think that it could go lower. True week open. I really want to get a good idea of what we got going on here. Look at how the market, right when it opened, it went right to going and filling that RTH gap. And then we ended up getting a first presented for value gap inversion. Bang. This first presented for value gap inversion right here, textbook. So textbook. And then you can target the market open lows. This is what I mean when I say these one setup for lives where you get market open high and low are just so nice. I am kind of curious if my live account is set up. I'm not going to trade it, but I'm curious. The reason I'm not is because I have a rule. I'm not going to trade it until I get enough money in the account. And it's not even set up yet, so. Meaning there's not money put in it yet. I sent it, but it's not there yet. So. Alright. What's shadow model? Yeah, bro, I need to teach that eventually. It's I'm gonna have a video come out that kind of explains the whole thing. First, let me switch back over to the other account. So basically, um, you know you may or may not know what new day opening gaps are, new week opening gaps are, and all that stuff. But what will happen is you can see the market interacts with them. Like this is the perfect example right here. It didn't even take me that long to find an example where you have an old new day opening gap. You can use my indicator, or you can one that I created that's honestly a little better, and then I have one that you can get that's even better than that one that you can get through when if anyone becomes a member they get it. But basically there's these new day opening gaps, and when the market when you get if you get a change state delivery or an inversion for value gap off of them, I consider that my shadow model. If you get a pin bar or an outside bar off of them, I consider that to be I call it the hand of FA. So yeah, we're still just getting all the information together. We're obviously reversing back up into this range. Still kind of seems like this could have been the Judas swing. I mean, the 4 hour closed very bearish. Same with the 1 hour. So that's something I like to pay attention to, is how did the 4 hour close. Once again, this right here is the first presented for value gap. So something else to consider is, well, let's watch how the market interacts with this. It's possible we come back up and we use this again. So, okay. And this is making a lot of sense. You can see the market is seeking to purge the liquidity within this range. Why isn't this working? Come on. See what I mean? Like, see where the majority of the transactions were? They're right here. So now it's very possible the market's efficiently stopped people out and is ready to continue. So we had a 10-minute IFG to the upside. Honestly, that looks like maybe kind of a fake one, especially because the 15-minute did not inverse. So we have a 15-minute gap. Like, sometimes you just get better at spotting fake ones. Like, I can tell, like, if this 10-minute one closes but this 15 one hasn't and this 15-minute gap holds, then we might go lower off of this 15-minute gap. So I gotta get rid of I gotta finish marking out all the true opens because I hadn't finished that. So midnight, we just manipulated midnight, we just manipulated 7:30. So that is another clue, like, hey, we just took true opens above the 15-minute gap. Okay, let me get rid of everything else now. So I just want 90-minute and 22 minutes showing up. Right, so you can see now, what was this? Oh, that was the, man, my back is gonna kill me if I sit like that. So 15-minute gap, we're now kind of getting an inversion off of it. We just manipulated true opens. So this is very textbook, right? The way we come up, manipulate them, and then we possibly continue lower. We have a 15-minute gap. Is it a 5-minute gap? It is a 5-minute gap. So you could maybe go align the 5-minute with a 30-second or the 15-second. You could also just take this as an inversion. And why does my chat look so it's squished? I just fixed it. Okay. So yeah, like this inversion right here off of this 15-minute gap. You know, if you want to try that, you could. I don't know if time and price are aligned yet, so I'm probably not going to take it, but, you know, it very well just might be this simple, and then we go lower off of this. Right? I'm going to be patient, personally, but very well, we could just go lower right off the get-go here, right? It's very possible. But like I said, I'm not even gonna tape read it. It could work. Might be worth tape reading, but I feel like it'd even be better to wait for this gap to inverse. Yeah. So, alright, like I said, we perfectly held this new day opening gap at the highs. That was a new day opening gap, right? Yeah. So you can see there's that new day opening gap holding price at the highs. So shadow model would be when you get change in state of delivery off of it. So that would probably be on this giant momentum candle that this place is lower. That's what I would consider the change in state to be, because that's the obvious one. So shadow model would probably be like that. And once again, it really depends on your conviction. So that's how shadow model would look. We are forming bullish SMTs here. We just souped this low time frame true open, which are things that make me suspicious for if shorts are going to work out right now, but they very well might. But because like I said, I do think it's like higher time frame is pretty bearish, but any new week opening gaps? Yeah, if we get this change state of delivery on the 5-minute, that's gonna be super good signature, honestly. But I'm loving the fact that we did manipulate midnight and 7:30 right there, and this is actually a new week opening gap. Pretty cool. So that is even better. New week opening gap there. I might try a trade, honestly. I'll probably try a trade. I'm really starting to get an idea of what I think's going on, so I'll probably try a trade if we can get clear confirmation that we're rejecting this 15-minute gap. Then yeah, I might try something. What trade you took? I just got on the charts because I've been gone. So I've been my family's been traveling back from Washington because we were in Washington for my brother's wedding. So I just got on the charts. I had to get on the charts late. Because we literally got home 20 minutes ago. So I just started looking. what do I need to get? Oh yeah, I want to get rid of. No, actually, this is fine. See, I haven't taken anything because I just got on the charts, but I think for sure I probably would have taken this first presented for value gap getting inversed. I think that would have been the move. I haven't taken anything because, like I said, I honestly just got on the charts like 15 minutes ago. So I'm just kind of gathering information and looking around. But that first present for value gap getting inverse was really nice. The change to delivery off the new day opening gap was nice. Dodgy one setup for life with this one first presented for value gap inversion going to market open low. That was nice. So what I'm kind of looking to see is if we do end up rejecting this, what does that look like? Looks like we're utilizing this 30-second change in state. What could happen is we could see an inducement back above this. And then we could get continuation lower. I do kind of want to look at StatMap today because this is a pretty textbook day for StatMap, right? Looks like we went perfectly to the statistical distribution of the New York session. So that's pretty cool. You know, I will admit we are at the statistical bullish manipulation level. We are at the statistical bullish manipulation level. If my bias is wrong and we're bullish, then this could be a good time to be bullish. I will admit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that's not true. Like, if it was bullish, I just already looked at the high time frame. And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's bullish, but it might be. I guess we have a bullish S&T. Maybe I should be more open-minded to being bullish. Yeah, honestly, maybe. Because now we have this bullish S&T. Even though this candle closed lower, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going lower right now. I mean, the hidden gem could be longs right now. I'm not... Like I said, it looks kind of bearish, but... hey, I mean... Yeah, especially if this closes lower here, it probably will not... Yeah. Probably going to continue lower. You can just see, by the way, we accumulate, we manipulate, Judas swing, and then... Okay, yeah, I think that idea is invalidated. I just like to keep an open mind, you know? I try to keep an open mind. But yeah, back to what I was saying. See, we went perfectly to the session distribution level. We have a session bearish distribution level here. So, accumulation, manipulation, into new week opening gap, 15-minute fair value gap. Looks like we're getting a second stage distribution type of thing. Do we have any RTH gaps? Yeah, and what's cool is the Judas swing does instantly fill that that RTH gap that we had. This 5-minute change in state, you could just go ahead and try taking that. Let's see if that even gives us an entry. See, that's too much stop loss for me. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more precise than that. This inverse right here, this 3-minute inverse is honestly super, super valid. Yeah, we're about to dump, guys. I can just tell by the way we inversed this and are getting displacement. Yeah, there's probably a trade somewhere here. I don't know if I see it, but I missed the 3 minute inversion here. I missed the 3 minute. Yeah, it's looking very bearish. Why didn't you short at 1020? Because what? Up here? Because I don't have any entry model that I see. I mean, there's an inversion, but we had this external gap right there, and I had not really framed out the whole entire idea yet to get enough conviction to take it while there's an external gap. I would have liked to have taken this 3 minute inversion here, but I didn't see it. Once again, trading is very it depends on what you see. Like, you might see stuff differently than me, and that's totally fine. Yeah, man, we are so gonna go lower here. We're so gonna go lower here. So we're getting this. Look at how we manipulated midnight and 7:30. Look at that. But the thing is, Nigerian trades, I like to really have a full idea and confidence before I just go into anything. So if I'm even like somewhat not sure, I just lean on the side of caution. Does that make sense? So now we have a breaker in for value gap. You could try taking this. Personally, I don't know. I'm not in love with. I can't get in with the right amount of risk. So I'm gonna be just really thoughtful here. But yeah, it's very clear that right now we're probably gonna go lower. We have a 5 minute gap, a 5 minute gap. Hey, what up, Chess? Yeah, I've been, what's been going on. I've been in Washington, but now hopefully things should get back to normal. Obviously, I'm a little late, but that's just because we did not get back until 20 minutes, or I guess now 30 minutes ago. So I just got on the charts and I'm really still gathering information here. So it just looks bearish to me. Accumulation, manipulation of the true open, but we'll just have to see. What draws and liquidity do we have the downside? These are important questions to ask. We have what? Yeah, we have previous week's low right here. So previous week's low is a very obvious draw on liquidity. Previous week's low is a very obvious draw on liquidity. So that's something you could target after weekend. Yeah. I mean, dude, just keep showing up and just keep getting better. Okay, look at that 5 minute closure. So honestly, this is kind of a propulsion block. This is looking really bearish. We're probably going to start dumping very fast. You guys see the propulsion block, right? Like, this is kind of like the OB. This is the PB. And I would not be surprised if we just go boom. Just very violently down. Right? OB, PB, and if it wants to go lower here. Still trying not to do anything unless I really see it call my name. But I could just try this. I could just try this actually. This change to delivery here, and that will probably be fine. But the thing is you can see I can't even get one con in. I can't get in with one con. So I don't know what to do about that. Pretty clearly going lower here. Okay, we just got to change and stay off of that 5 minute breaker. Even this, I can't even get in with one con. So yeah, this is kind of where patience really comes into play, because I really just have to wait for the market to even though I have the idea of what I think's gonna happen, that doesn't mean that I execute unless I see what I know is gonna give me an opportunity. Like for instance, if we got an outside bar, like on the low time frame, after digging into this, I'd be like, okay, cool, we're probably gonna go lower now. But have we got that yet? No. So I'm not doing anything. Even though I'm looking like I'm thinking we're gonna go to previous week's low, I'm not gonna do anything until we get the signal from the market, essentially. So yeah, like a 30-second outside bar here, or a pin bar, or anything like that, could be nice. The indicator's fire. Good, bro. I'm glad. So yeah, as you guys know, I'm expecting expansion to previous week's low. How do I get in? How do I get in? I'm not gonna do anything. If I don't see the entry, I'm not gonna do anything. Guys, is my audio fixed? Is it no longer cutting? I really hope that it's fixed. If it's cutting still, let me know. Really? Yeah, but she kind of learned quite a bit from you. So, to be fair, hey, maybe, like I said, maybe this whole thing fails and we actually come back up and re-deliver back to the consolidation. But I'm leaning more like we're probably gonna yeah, I think we'll continue. You can just see, look at how the market's respecting this 15-minute gap. It's very obvious. And we souped midnight and 7:30 with clear obvious AMD. Heck nah. We're definitely going lower here. Honestly, I might just go for like a what? Ooh, we have a Reaper imbalance right here. I might go for my Reaper Abyss off of this Reaper gap. So if we get a low time frame change in state off of the Reaper, so this 1 minute Reaper, I'll probably take that. Or you could just do the Reaper. I call it the Reaper kill shot, where you just YOLO in at the Reaper. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we might consolidate, but we'll see. Alright, let's see how we respond to this Reaper. It's a pretty obvious one, I would say. Yeah, if we get like an outside bar off of it, I'm in. I'm in. If we get an outside bar off of it, I'm in. We've already shown that we're respecting this 15-minute gap. And higher time frame looked bearish. Waiting for the first presented for value gap with the Judas swing. I'll bring everything back. I'm just zooming out again, just to make sure we got this idea right. I mean, look at it. Just looks. It looks like it's ready to go to previous week's low, right? It looks like it's rejecting this gap right here. Looks like we're rejecting this gap and then expansion to previous week's low. And the daily chart looks pretty bearish too. Like the daily chart, it looks like just a breaker, accumulation, manipulation, breaker, fair value gap. I mean, it's all just continuation to the downside here. I don't think it's bullish. So that's what I'm gonna watch this. I mean, I want to get a better idea, but I do think I would not be surprised if it just continues. Once again, previous week's low is kind of what we're eyeing right now. We're eyeballing it. But if it wants to be bullish, it has a bullish S&T. I will give it that, right? Okay, we cut through. We cut through. The fact that it's not going lower yet is a little suspicious. Like, if it was really bearish, probably would have gone lower by now. So, I don't know. Now I'm not so sure. Now I'm kind of like, okay, that's kind of weird. I mean, it did look like we rejected this 15-minute gap. But now we might be coming back up. Yeah, now we're retesting this. Change the delivery here. Like I said, this is why I just don't just randomly short. I have to really get an idea of like where's the entry, what's the model, what's the trade. Like I don't just randomly do stuff. I really have to be systematic about it. If it wants to end up reversing here, it could. Right? We are below all the true opens, and we have a bullish SMT. I mean, the higher time frame looks bearish, but hey, it could pull up in the short term. The reason I say the higher time frame looks bearish is it's just, you know, breaker, fair value gap, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Okay, we are getting some displacement here. Watch to see if this gap holds. If this gap holds and it's very, very what's it called? If it holds and it holds really, really cleanly, that's a strong sign of the market now spooling. So watch to see if this is held. Or if it's inversed. It's a 2-minute gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of, I look for this algorithmic displacement. When it starts to get algorithmic displacement, that's when I can tell, okay, this is algorithmic. So I can tell, like, by looking at the displacement of these candles, that this looks algorithmic. Now we're getting a 15-second change in state off of this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just go higher here. So a flow state on the 2-minute with the 15-second. Once again, it's nothing worth taking, but nothing worth taking, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think this is, like, super obvious by any means. Like, we need to come down. Possibly we need to sweep out the low. I don't know. Or we are still bearish, right? See how my mind's constantly flipping? Because it's prepared for all outcomes right now. Like, I only execute when I see something obvious with good signature according to my back testing. That's it. Period. That's it. That's all I do. I only execute when I see something obvious that is aligned with something that has a signature of what I've backtested. So we might come back up, retest this first presented for value gap. Once again, I'm watching this 2-minute gap. How does the market interact with this? Kind of looks like it's respecting it, but now it's kind of slowing down and kind of showing weakness. How do you use the RTH gap? So it's gonna be your best draw on liquidity in the entire world. The RTH gap, you want to basically. The idea is it's gonna go get filled. It's gonna go get filled. Whether it happens sooner or later is kind of based off of the context. If the higher time frame's expanding and it's a super big one, it probably won't get filled right away. But a lot of time they get filled like as soon as they can in the context of when they can. So it's just an amazing draw on liquidity. You gotta just understand the context behind it, but when the context is right, targeting the midpoint and targeting the fill of the RTH gap is just, in my opinion, it is the all-time best draw on liquidity, the RTH gap. It makes draw on liquidity easy. Just target that overnight gap getting filled. Right now, right when market opened, we instantly went to go fill it. So check this out. Right when market opened, we instantly went to go fill the RTH gap, right? So that the RTH gap getting filled created the Judas swing. That's this low to this, the orange dotted line to this orange dotted line. This RTH gap getting filled created the Judas swing. If this is a Judas swing, maybe it won't end up being a Judas swing. Who knows? But the RTH gap getting filled did that. Now we could be ending up reversing, right? This could be actually a 10 a.m. reversal. It's possible. And maybe this is the Judas swing, right? And maybe I'm reading it wrong. Maybe this is the Judas swing. And we're actually early for longs because we are getting algorithmic displacement here. So, but I wouldn't say that until probably, I don't know, something obvious. Like, I'd really want to see something obvious. Do we have SMT with this low still? Once again, guys, I just wait until I see something that aligns with my back testing, that aligns with what I think is going to happen. Period. That's it. That's all I do. So right now I'm just waiting. And guys, I might stay on this just a little longer because obviously I didn't get the full live trading window, so... We formed a pin bar on the 4-minute. Five-second 2022 model possibly. Did you trade? No, because I told you guys I was getting back from my brother's wedding and we only got back like 45 minutes ago, so I haven't taken anything. I'm just waiting for something obvious that aligns with my back testing. Right now, it's a little unclear to me if it... I don't know. I haven't seen anything obvious that aligns with my back testing, and so I'm just chilling right now. Doesn't mean there hasn't been anything, but nothing that I like enough. So yeah, so that's why I got on the charts late. I'll stay a little bit longer than normal because I was on the charts a little late, but yeah, I should start trading on my live account either the end of next week or end of this week or start of next week, and just kind of depends. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. Ooh, now we're getting it almost felt like an outside bar. I don't know if it was. Yeah, I guess it wasn't. Wow, it's really requiring a lot of patience because like I said, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for something that makes a lot of sense. Do we not have the bullish SMT anymore? That's kind of okay. We do have the bullish SMT, so we do have the bullish SMT. But I think the higher time frame is bearish, but in the short term, we could be bullish. We could be. So these are things I need to be open minded to. We have formed a 15-minute pin bar right here, swooping at these lows. So this could have been a trade if you trade the 15-minute, right? If you saw that SMT with that pin bar. I kind of want to get rid of everything for a second and really zoom out again. I just need to keep zooming out and really make sure I have the idea of what's going on. Yeah, because on the higher time frame, it kind of feels like we're drawing towards these low resistance lows at this point because we had. I know I'm looking at the higher time frame, and I probably should look at. Wait, are we getting some expansion here? What's going on? I'm gonna keep the. Okay, never mind. On the higher time frame, it kind of feels a little bit like. Maybe this, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say for sure, but maybe accumulation, manipulation, breaker, like on the 3-day, right? On the 3-day, like maybe accumulation, manipulation, breaker, and then now we deliver towards these lows here. And I have an image of this. I did kind of draw this out. Okay, well, I think apparently we're going way higher here. Hold on. Yeah, apparently we're just breaking old highs right now. So that 2-minute gap, what did I say about that algorithmic displacement, right? I could just get the vibe based off the candles that these candles meant business. And that's what I was saying about this 2-minute gap right here that it very well might hold is, well, it clearly looked like it was a strong gap because of the way that we were getting displacement. And you can see these are the type of fair value gaps that are going to hold. Most people will never understand. They'll say, oh, well, fair value gaps don't work. Fair value gaps don't hold. No, fair value gaps that don't have algorithmic displacement don't hold. And that's the whole point of inversion fair value gaps, right? And specifically for value gaps with displacement in the context of AMD with a liquidity sweep. So accumulation, manipulation for value gap. And now we're expanding. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Oh, bearish S&T. Honestly, now could be the best opportunity for shorts because now we've taken midnight and 7:30 again. But the thing is just these candles have so much displacement. So the reason I haven't done anything is because I'm just waiting for something that makes a lot of sense. What other draws and liquidity? I never even looked at draws and liquidity today. Chess says it looks good for shorts. I never even looked on draws and liquidity today. Okay, we have yeah. We never took Asia high. We have AM high there. We have a Bruce Day high. I don't know though. The thing is this placement is just out of this world right now. Sometimes S&Ts don't matter when it's good displacement and the drawn liquidity is there. Yeah, look at this. Look at the way these candles are displacing. Wow, and you can see this is spooling at its finest right here. This is the market spooling. So what bullish drawn liquidity is it targeting? Asia high maybe? We're probably targeting Asia high at this point. Oh yeah, there's equal highs right here. Okay, look at those equal highs, and I think they're also a session high. Okay, so we're getting this displacement. We have equal highs with Asia high. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with what the market's kind of showing me, which is that, hey, this is an untapped equal high session high right here. So that's pretty strong as far as drawn liquidities go. And the way we're displacing, it is I mean, it's innate of a 10 a.m. reversal, right? This looks like a 10 a.m. type reversal type of thing, almost. And then maybe we start to expand. Like the way we're displacing, it almost looks like we're gonna go run all these low resistance highs now. Like we're on the other side of the curve, maybe. This is really good displacement. Like sometimes you just have to say, is it displacing like it's the real deal? And if so, we might just go all the way. See these low resistance highs? I'm looking at the displacement. I'm looking at what makes sense. Yeah, wow, that is just awesome displacement. Whoops. Yeah, and the way the 30-minute candle, look at that 30-minute candle, the way it swept out that low. I might go give a shot at if this first presented for Viagap reinverses back up. I could try something like that. Yeah, because it looks like accumulation. We had a manipulation of lows. We also have an internal sweep. We have an internal sweep of liquidity. And now we're just getting such nice displacement. Like, I don't think we're late here. I think this is still going to go run up to these low resistance highs. Probably final target being, well, I don't know about final target, but the minimum target being probably these AM highs right here. I'd say that's probably minimum, with maximum target. I mean, maybe even goes further, but previous day high could also be in the cards. All right, we got an AM high here. Man, I should have just taken that as a 2022 model when we got that algorithmic displacement in the 2 minute gap. That would have been, this would have been a nice 2022 model, guys. Literally just like this. Did we inverse that gap down here? What state do you live in, Jake? I live in Idaho. Unfortunately. And the other part is, the hard part is getting in with the right sizing, because as you guys know, I need to get in with one micro. And even with the new upgraded risk, that can be kind of hard. So it's just very volatile. For how long have you lived in Idaho? My family moved here like 5 years ago. So the first percent for value got it reinversed back to the upside. So this is something that I'll probably tape read this, not take it because I don't really have enough conviction. Because in this case, I kind of do want the higher time frame 5 minute to inverse and the 15 minute. Like, it's not something I love, but it very well could work. Like the fact we closed back above the first center for value gap towards our draws and liquidity. And that's probably the only way I could get an entry anyway. It would not. YOLO longs now. Oh my gosh. You're funny, bro. the reason I thought it could work is just because of this displacement, guys. I mean, clearly you can see that this is the true algorithm. Is the market getting this displacement? The market getting this displacement and then expanding after, getting an external sweep of these lows, after getting an external sweep of these lows and then an internal sweep of these lows and then starting to hold respect for value gaps, that's the true algorithm right there. There you go. You see that? I wish I hadn't blown my funded discounts at the beginning of the month. Need to get funded again. Yeah, that's the tricky part, bro. That's why I'm so patient. Like I said, this could work, or we get a retracement because of this BPR. So, guys, I just don't see anything that I love. Besides, in hindsight, this was a really good 2022 model. Especially because it aligned with time. It aligned with time. Look at what time we get a tap into this gap. 10:50. What time does the macro start? 10:50. So in hindsight, if you guys see algorithmic displacement coming in right before the macro and then we hold a fair value gap like on the 1 minute chart after getting amazing displacement within these candles, just enter on that fair value gap because it's just that's innate of the algorithm, right? So in hindsight, this was a great 2022 model. In hindsight, and I just kind of, I totally missed it, but look at the 4-hour SMT. Maybe just send me a screenshot. Guys, is my audio working now? Is it working better? Hopefully, it seems like it is, but hopefully it is. Okay, so what I would honestly prefer even better than what we were looking at here, because I don't know if that's going to work, but what I would love is the bullish one. Yeah, I have it drawn out on my chart, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a 4-hour bullish SMT with YM. I've had that drawn out on my chart since all the way over here. So that's why I've had that drawn out on my chart this whole time, actually. So I think honestly, I would not be surprised if this ends up being rocket fuel to expand us all the way up to previous day's high. Guys, I would not be surprised at all. Like when you have good displacement like this with good low resistance liquidity, with a good SMT, usually this LRLR expands us all the way up to previous day's high, right? Has Dodgy ever been exposed? What what does that even mean? Exposed for like sucking at trading? I don't know. But usually when we have really good LRLR like this, or is he legit? I think he's a good trader, but like everyone else, everyone's also imperfect. Everyone's human. But I think Dodge is legit. I think he's a good trader. I just think, just like everyone, he has losing streaks, bad days, and good days. Just like me. But yeah, like I said, with this LRLR being rocket fuel, like I could see this being rocket fuel to expand us up to previous day's high if it wants to. So he definitely does make more from Discord memberships, and you can't deny that 100%. But I mean, he got there because he does know how to trade. That's my opinion, at least. I mean, he's not perfect by any means. This is still playing out, by the way. So if you ended up taking this and this works out, good job, I guess. I mean, I think it could work. I also think it might not. I'm waiting for something that's very, very clear. In hindsight, like I said, I guess you saw me say, okay, this changed the delivery off of this gap. It could end up playing out. In hindsight, this obviously did play out. It was very rough, but in hindsight, this actually did play out. But I don't know, guys. It's not been something that's been clear as day obvious to me. So I'm just like, what's your take on PV? They're great. They're great too. Like I was saying about Dodgy. I mean, everyone has bad days. Everyone has good days. Everyone's got that human element in them. I don't think that makes people a bad trader. Losing, I don't think makes anyone a bad trader. Losing multiple times in a row doesn't make anyone a bad trader. What makes someone a bad trader is going on tilt. That period. And I don't know. I think everyone needs to learn how to not go on tilt. That took me years to really learn not to do that. Ninja Trader's OP. Yeah, I need to get into Ninja Trader. I've just been using Tradeovate, but I'm pretty sure they're the same company. Seems like my audio is working better though, guys. Is it? Seems like it is, which is good. Yeah, look at this displacement, guys. I mean, this whole thing, I think this is probably going to be ending up being low resistance. Once again, as always, LRLR is rocket fuel to expand to the next draw on liquidity, whatever it may be. So this right here is likely going to be rocket fuel to expand us to our next draw on liquidity. No more lag. Awesome. I'm so happy about that. Yeah, I tweaked settings in OBS. So that makes me so happy. Perfect. Check DM. Okay, I'm gonna check Chess's DM. Oh, that SMT? Hmm. Cool. Well, thanks for showing me, bro. Check DM. Okay, I'm checking Javier's DM now. Let's see. You can definitely see price will reverse aggressively. Using order flow, you're gonna have to teach me because I really want to learn. This is the DM Javier sent me. I mean, I still gotta learn this stuff. But that's sweet, bro. Okay. See, look at this, guys. What did I say? Like, even though now we kind of have this, market maker model possibly framed, it doesn't mean that we're going to be perfect and go there right this second. But I do think now that this is going to be rocket fuel to expand us to previous day's high. You're right, you see what I'm saying? This 5-minute inverse now, so you could also take this as a 5-minute inversion at this point. Once again, I can't really get in with one microcon, so it's kind of hard for me. But if you are on a prop firm and you want to try something like this, I mean, you can go for that if you want. I'd love to see if we had like a... Yeah, it looks like we had a 1-hour reclaimed VPR that we actually used right there. So we have a 1-hour reclaimed VPR. reclaimed because you can see we've already used it once here. So we use it once and now we use it again right there. So 1 hour reclaimed BPR, and looks like we used that, and then we end up getting 5-minute change in state here. Oh man, that right there, that 5-minute change in state of delivery was an awesome trade. This 5-minute change in state of delivery, literally just even taking it on the close and taking it like this is a fantastic trade. So if we now, I kind of have the market maker model framed, right? 1 hour BPR. Okay, look at this. 1 hour reclaimed BPR. We have external sweep of these lows, and then an internal sweep. We get a 5-minute change in state. So this is the whole model right here. One hour reclaimed BPR. 5-minute change in state. This trade would have been really nice had I'd seen it. Unfortunately, it's also too much risk. Man, why is the volatility gotta be so much lately? What the heck? See what I'm saying? I can't enter with 1 con. And I changed the settings so it will be 1 con on a micro contract. So I know it says NQ, but I put in 800 instead of 80. So, but yeah, this 5-minute change in state delivery would be just beautiful. If this does end up being high resistant, which I don't know if I don't think it will, because obviously a really good displacement, but I don't think it will. But if it does, then this high resistant curve would be good for shorts. Yeah, we really could. Like, so what I'm saying is, if this ends up being high resistant, then it could be good for, if you're bearish, it could be good for shorts. But I don't think it will at this point, because of the way that we've inversed all of this, honestly. The way that we've kind of inversed all this and have this V-shaped recovery with internal sweep, I highly doubt that that we don't run this LRLR. Okay, my ideal scenario, my dream scenario at this point is I want to see us come back down, reuse the first one for value gap, get a low time frame inversion, change state delivery, pin bar, or an outside bar off of the first presented for value gap, and then I will enter. And that's my ideal scenario. And then, target all the draws and liquidity to the upside here. So something like this, and this is like very, very textbook if we do this, by the way. Draw back down into that first one for value gap, low time frame change in state, running all these draws and liquidity. So that's my dream scenario. That's what I'd be looking for if I was to take a trade right now. And then on the low time frame, it would look like this. On the low time frame, it would look like accumulation, which you can already see is happening. Manipulation, and then an inversion for value gap, a change state delivery, an outside bar, or a pin bar. And then I'm in. Or fractal. And it might just need an IOFED. You can see it might just IOFED this first presented for value gap. It's possible. And you can see that's happening. Yeah, look at that 5-minute gap there. So we might just IOFED the first presented for value gap. And now we have a 5-minute gap here. So or we might end up filling this gap and IOFEDing this gap. That might be more likely. Okay, that's honestly what I want to see. I want to see this gap get filled, utilize this hippo, and then IOFED the bottom gap. So we're using the 5 minute. So, okay. This 5 minute gap, I want to see it get filled. And this also makes sense in terms of so 5 minute gap. Want to see this get filled. And this 5 minute gap, I want to see this IOFED. That's just what I want to see, but now we have bullish SMTs. Okay, so if you want to be a degen, you could IOFED this gap right here. So like, if you wanted to be a degen, right? This could play out. Okay, we're digging a little deeper into it than I would think. So this idea could be wrong. Especially the 5 minute inverse. Oh wow. Wow, the 5 minute inverse. Okay. The 5 minute inverse. See? Look at that. I missed that. We hit a bearish SMT. So what do I say about this curve here? If, like I said, if this wanted to be high resistant and we got an opportunity for shorts and you're bearish, then you could try a short off of this high resistance liquidity with, and then this 5 minute inversion would be the perfect example of that. But I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of bullish because of the way we've came down and came back up. So I'm still looking for longs off of this first presented for VIA gap. The real money is made when you catch a liquidity curve turning from high resistant to low resistant. And if anyone knows what I mean by that, if any of you guys know what I mean by that, you're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna be a millionaire. Like if you can catch a liquidity curve going where this is obviously right now it's high resistant. If you can get the entry on the when it goes from high resistant to low resistant, you will bank. Oh, if that 4-hour low gets taken. Yeah, I don't know. So another thing to look at is this is obviously going to be a breaker, right? Because it's a low, high, lower low, soon to be possibly higher high. So we could drop down into this breaker, look for like a volume imbalance or a fair value gap and discount of that. And that will give us the Reaper. So that's something to consider. So like something like this. So from here to here. So this right here might be also an opportunity. I like this Reaper gap a lot, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is just such a textbook market maker model. There's no way we don't go higher. 1 hour BPR, SMT, liquidity sweep, external sweep, internal sweep, accumulation, manipulation, all the true opens manipulated. I think so. I think so, bro. Oh, and you can see it very clearly on the 5 minute from this high to this low. But the precise version's right there. So I would love it if we fail, come back down, get one final push down into the Reaper, and then inversion out of this, money. Money. If we get an inversion out of that, that's game. That's game. Game over. Could we just inverse this? Possibly. It's possible. Is this my favorite trade in the world? Not really. Not really. So I still probably won't take it, even though it very well could work. It's just not. It's not worth it for me. This could inverse, and it might work. It might work. It very well might work. I don't want to try it unless I love it. So I probably won't take it. Probably just tape read it. But this very well might work. So try this if you want. I mean, it's really up to you. You could actually take this on the 1 minute and front run the 2 minute. Yeah, the 3 minute doesn't look bad at all. I might just try this 3 minute. It's probably good enough, actually. Only thing is, it's I can't get in with the right size. That's unfortunate. Okay, never mind. Alright, tape reading this, I guess. I would want to have stop loss there, probably. Or, if you want to be more aggressive, midpoint of that, or there. And then I would target. Easy target is these LRLR highs. With easy target is Asia equal highs, and then the LRLR, and then if you want to be aggressive, previous day's high. This is really nice though. I mean, I could try it like this. I just might get stopped out. I might try it on a IPG retest. So if the 5-minute inverses, I'll put a limit order here, and then I'll try this. So limit order at 757. I want to see the, oh yeah, I want to see the 5-minute inverse, and then oh, I could have tried that, bro. I don't know. It's kind of weak. It's kind of weak. I don't like how it wicked. I didn't take it. It's not. If it's gonna not have an internal sweep, I want it to be like clear as day. I want it to be clear as day. I hated that we created this. You know, I don't know. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough, bro. It's hard to explain. I just it wasn't good enough for me. We have a pin bar retest though. That actually looks really good. That pin bar. Oh my gosh. That pin bar looks really good. Now that pin bar is just I might try that pin bar. Okay, I have a limit order if we go hit that pin bar. I don't know actually. I'm getting rid of it. I I I don't know. I kind of need more practice with pin bars. Yeah, because we might need to sweep out the low into the Reaper gap, right? We might need to. Or maybe it's just a higher low. Yep, look, it's kind of high resistant now. See what I'm saying though? It's kind of high resistant a little bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Whew. Like I said, even a better scenario is if we come down into that Reaper gap and then we continue up. Why do I have so much on my charts? Yeah, because I marked out this 5 minute change in state. You're confused. That's fair, bro. It's fair to be confused. I think we will come down into this Reaper gap. And this, which is right now high resistant, will become low resistant. We'll get a low time frame change in state of delivery off of the Reaper, and then we'll run up to Asia equal highs, AM high, and previous day's high. And this will be all accumulation. This will be manipulation. Hopefully we get SMT into the Reaper gap. And then I'll look for a outside bar or a change state delivery or an inversion for value gap or a pin bar off of it. Or we just end up using the first percent for value gap and we go higher there. Once again, still utilizing this pin bar here. So this pin bar could... Bro is talking in language of ICT. Bro, I'm just talking. Okay, yeah, it's kind of making no sense. Okay, well, it's all good. Yeah, man. See how we've been generating that for so long now? Like, whoops. See how we're still generating, and this is high resistant right now? See how it's high resistant? We push up into it. This is gonna become low resistant soon, and when it does, it's gonna be a low time frame low resistance liquidity run of these highs, and then it's gonna cause an even higher time frame low resistance liquidity run of all those highs. And then you'll hit two low resistance liquidity runs in one, and then you'll get this entire move. So that's what I'm looking for right now. But I need to wait for something to really, really be obvious, and I just don't know if we're gonna get it. This could be your entry, but won't be mine. But if you think this is obvious that we're gonna go run the low resistance liquidity off of that candle, try it. But it's not for me. I don't think it will work. It might. That price range is balanced. That's the problem. I just think that it's just right now. It's just testing this liquidity curve, and then once we come down, sweep below, then we'll probably break it. And right now we actually have first strike right here, and I shouldn't be ignoring it because it is here. So we have a 15-second change in state right here. We've already used this low here. So this might be totally fine. We've already got fill once. It might come down and use it again. Oh man, I didn't really see that first strike. Okay, this is correct according to my back testing. I mean, it should be. Hmm. The only thing is if it goes down and sweeps the low again, then I'd be cooked. If you want to try this, go for it. I can't decide. If I can't decide, then... And it might induce this low. So this inducement of this low might be the real W. Oh, it's right into the macro too. It's 11:50. It's the lunch macro. Okay, I'm gonna try it. If we come down and induce this low one more time. Shoot, bro. I missed the entry. Shoot. No, I should have entered it. I said I was going to enter it. Okay, if we induce the low one more time. Because the reason is because it's right at the lunch macro right now. And I think I missed the entry right there. Okay, we just got a change in state right there. I missed the entry. Oh my gosh. How did I let myself miss that? Okay, I'm gonna chill out. It's the lunch macro though, so I think we're gonna start to go higher here. Maybe we will come down and sweep the low one last time. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay, if we come down, tap it, I'll enter. We did not tap it. Did I cancel my TradingView subscription? What? No. I still have it. My thoughts are one of two possibilities is going to play out right now. It's one of three, right? Either we already used the change in state delivery, and we're just waiting to go run liquidity for the lunch macro. So that's possibility A. That could already be happening. Possibility B, we come back down, hit it a third time. That would be a possible entry for me. And then we'll go higher. Or possibility C, we do end up sweeping this low into this Reaper gap, and then we go higher. Those are my main three possibilities right now. No, I didn't cancel my TradingView. Okay, I'm actually gonna just. That could have been the entry if I wanted it to be. Okay, we just got an outside bar with SMT.
Order filled.
I'll go break even if we run this high. Oh, I should have done two cons. Oh, I messed up. I messed that up. I was supposed to do two cons. Okay, I'm in break even. So you could target Asia high, you could target AM high, you could target previous day's high. You got lots of options. You got lots of options. I think I will just target Asia high because I want to make money. Actually, no. I'm gonna hold for the lunch macro. I'm gonna hold for the duration of the lunch macro, and we'll just see what happens here. We'll just see what happens. I'm gonna hold for the lunch macro. I have faith in the lunch macro. So I'm gonna just hold it for it and just see what happens. I have faith in the lunch macro. So no TP yet for me. I'm just holding with faith in the lunch macro, and we'll see what it can do.
Stop
I got
filled.
break evens. Lunch macro failed me. What the? Alright, now I'm probably just gonna watch. You can see how first strike is playing out though. Why'd you say bro? You're going crazy? Why? That's okay, bro. That's okay. Okay, so now we're gonna inverse this. Not, but I don't know why we didn't. If we were really bullish, I don't know why we just didn't go right there. We should have just gone. That was the lunch macro. So, lunch macro, you failed me. We might still go higher, but I was really thinking that that was where we were gonna go higher, and the fact we did not. Oh no. Hey, you go through cycles, dude. It's so normal. It happens. You go through cycles, go back and forth, and then eventually, like you go from I'm the worst trader in the world to I'm the best trader in the world to I'm the worst trader in the world to I'm the best trader in the world. And then you eventually realize I'm just a trader that has bad days and good days, and that's okay. So okay, so yeah, the fact we did not go run it right then during the lunch macro, not my favorite thing. I will admit, like the fact that we just eh, got that violent dump like that, it tells me that lunch macro should just, I don't know, it's just being dumb. So I don't know. Maybe we come down, utilize the Reaper, and then we go, right? I don't really regret this outside bar. I don't really regret this outside bar. I think if the market was ready to run liquidity, this outside bar probably would have delivered us to go run liquidity. I guess we weren't. I guess we weren't ready, and that's fine. So we'll see if this change to delivery holds, or if we need to come down and utilize this Reaper gap. And the reason I'm still on the charts, guys, is because I honestly I kind of want to see what happens here. I kind of want to see what happens. Should probably get off the charts though. It's way past the end of my live trading window. So so we do form a pin bar here. You could have tried that with SMT, and now we're possibly gonna inverse this gap. Let's see. Let's see. It's pretty late in the lunch macro, but hey. Okay, so first strike. This might be first strike, honestly. The fact that we have now swept out these lows and are now utilizing this change state delivery again is very, very interesting to me. Or we need to come down to that Reaper gap. like I said, it's a first strike um, on the 5 second. So it's a pretty good one too. Oh man, I want to try it. I'm just not sure if we're gonna come down into this Reaper imbalance or not. I'm gonna tape read it, and then I'll be more inclined to try the inversion for value gap instead. It's a tape read. Tape read. This first strike from over here never actually failed on the 15 second. We've held it this whole time. So, just FYI. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Look at that candle. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah. If we get this. I kind of want to see the 2-minute inverse though. 2-minute will inverse. Oh, 1 minute didn't inverse. Oh. Whoa. 2-minute did. The 1 minute didn't. I think I'll take the 30 second if we front run if it front runs the 1 minute, because the 2 minute already inversed. And this is still low key. This is still first strike because we're using the first center for value gap. Oh. Oh my gosh. I should get off the charts at this point. Okay, no, this is looking like maybe a 2022 model instead, actually. Bro. Like a bearish one. Like you guys see what I'm saying? Like we formed a fair value gap, and uh, we went above the true opens, and we rejected it. Okay, I might try this short. I don't know. I'm not gonna take anything. I'm just tape reading if anything. But this looks nice. The 2022 plus, where you take a change state delivery off of the 2022 gap. Yeah. Check out on DM how much it helped me get. What? Yo, Javier. I'm not gonna show it on stream, but let's just say Javier banked. Oh my gosh. Ugh. So this is what I call 2022 plus. You take a line time from change state delivery off of a 2022 gap. And I guess this became high resistant. Like I said, if we were going to be bullish, I really think the outside bar would have delivered price. So I think yeah. There you go. Reaper gap. Bro, I should be done. The problem is yeah. I just want to see what's going to happen. Like, are we going to go up or are we going to... I should probably be done. But the reason I don't want to be done is the trade of the century kind of is lining up here. If we get a low time frame trade off of this Reaper imbalance, it's possible that this trade delivers all the way back to all time high for like 1,000 R. I'm just saying it is possible because the way we have low resistance liquidity. And then a higher time frame, low resistance liquidity, and then as well, bullish underlying high time frame markets. It's possible, right? It's possible. But anyway. Like, we got rocket fuel on the high time frame, rocket fuel on the low time frame. Like, you guys see kind of why I'm still on the charts? It's like, it's setting up. It's probably going to be during the 1310 macro, the 1340. Okay, I think I'm going to get off the charts. I'm getting too tired. having to get off the charts. Well, break even for me. So it's all good. I'll see you guys in the next one.